ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start with Anthony Dasher.
Hey, Dash.
Hey, Scott. Good to see you. Is this today one of those issues where you just kind of tip your hat to the opposing pitchers? Is something about the at-bats that you were kind of seeing today that maybe not good approaches or what along those lines?
No, I think that has a lot to do with it. I think Blade was just really, really good. Obviously, you'd like to get a little more going, and but when he's got that velocity and he's mixing a little bit, and he's always on the attack and working ahead in the count. I thought he did a great job, and you have to give him a lot of credit.
And John Cannon had to kind of grind it through there. I know you were hoping for maybe a little quicker, easier start. It's kind of been that way for all the pitchers, I guess, in a way this weekend.
Yeah, I thought his stuff was good. It just his location wasn't great early on. He's a guy that you hope can get a lot of ground ball outs early. The velocity was good. I think he was up in the zone, and obviously a couple misses on hit by pitches and put himself in a jam a couple times. But he has great stuff, and he'll be better next week. I'm sure of it.
And I know you talked Friday about the pitchers and then hitters too, how guys were kind of rushing, kind of speeding things up. Jaden Wood seemed to do that when he first came in, but then he kind of was able to kind of reel it in there a little bit there and pitch pretty well for you.
Yeah, and that's the best thing about these young guys getting out there is as long as they learn from it and get better, then we'll be in really good shape, in the next couple of weeks. But that's the big thing is making an adjustment, and he did really quick in that game. He did, and he was outstanding those last 3 innings.
Just real quick about Nolan Crisp. Look, best he's looked so far, just what I've seen anyway. What about you?
Yeah, it came out of his hand really good. Good tempo, works fast. I mean, he throws strikes. He really competes, and that's why we love him. That's why we like him in that situation. That was good to see. It's great for him. It's great for us. And I'm sure he'll keep getting better as the season goes on.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, Dash.
Okay, next we're going to go to Jed May.
Hey, Coach. Going back to Jonathan, that first inning that he had was that a factor of him being sped up? Do you think, or was it just one of those days where he didn't have his best stuff?
I don't think so. And again, the stuff was good. It just that for whatever reason the location was off a little bit. A lot of those fastballs were up and gave him a chance to get hit, and I think he did a good job. He came out. There's only 1 run on the board, so. For how much it appeared like he struggled and had guys on base, he did a great job of limiting damage. Unfortunately, we had those 2 runs score after he left, but he did a great job of limiting things. But yeah, we're in pretty good shape if that's a bad appearance for him, and I think he'll be better as we keep going.
You kind of mentioned it there, but he I guess kept things in check while he was in the game, even though he didn't have his best stuff. What do you think he learned today, just as far as in these games, you're not going to throw 7 shutout innings every time. You just got to keep your team in it.
Yeah, and again, that's one thing I try to talk to hitters about you don't need to be perfect. Tennessee's a great team. They're a really good team. There's a reason they're ranked as high as they are, but they're good the whole weekend, and that's what makes them great is being good all the time. I think sometimes we give guys too much credit and try to make perfect pitches or perfect swings when your good stuff is good enough.
Okay, next we're going to go to Austin.
Hey, Coach, you kind of mentioned there a little bit a second ago about Tennessee and what they bring to the table. Being able to kind of match with them for the majority of the weekend. I know you had a rough start on Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, what do you think that says about the team and where you are right now?
Yeah, I just told the team I feel like they are who I think we are. We didn't play like that, but they limit opportunities. They don't make errors. You don't see any balls going to the backstop. They don't walk many people. And when you have good stuff and you're not giving a team more opportunities, it's really hard to score. And their lineup is tough 1 through 9. They got guys that could do damage and have good at bats, and even when they weren't getting hits, you might have been working the count and driving pitch counts up. So they're a challenging team to play. And I thought they did a great job of just playing clean baseball all weekend.
Next, we're going to go to Mark Weiser.
Hey, Scott. I wanted to ask you, how it was going through the whole series, stepping in for Coach Strickland. And had you and Scott talked about such a scenario just in case?
Ahead of time, not necessarily. It's not something any of us were expecting to go through. Obviously, his presence is missed. His presence in the dugout. He's been doing this a long time. Has a lot of feel as a head coach. But, I've been talking to him after the games and before the games in the mornings and just kind of setting a game plan together. And he's been he's been involved as much as he's able to be involved. But yeah, obviously he was missed in the dugout for sure.
And what was your reaction when you got the news he wouldn't be available? And will he be back Tuesday or for Texas A&M, or what's that look like?
You know what? I'm not sure on that. I don't want to say anything because I'm not sure the exact date. I have a feel for it, but I don't have official word, so I don't want to say something out of turn. But going into him being out, we felt like it was a possibility because he wasn't feeling well late last week, and he got a negative test. He got another negative test. So we're like, okay, maybe it's just a bug or something. But for how he was feeling, we always knew it was a possibility those last couple of days. But obviously surprised when we got the news on Friday. But yeah, I don't think any of us were shocked just because we knew how bad he was feeling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have time for one more question with Coach. Anyone want to take it if you have one?
I'll take it real quick. Scott, you know who you're going to be pitching on Tuesday yet?
No, it's going to be a mix and match with a lot of those guys you saw on Friday. And I think that's kind of what we're going to do moving forward is the guys who may have gone shorter on Friday and are available, they're going to jump out there Tuesday, and we're going to try to, as much as we can, keep all those guys pitch counts down to be available for the weekends.
And just one more thing too, Michael Pope didn't get in. Is he okay this weekend? Or
He's doing all right. He's still coming back from some stuff, but he's healthy.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Dash.
Okay, that's all. Thanks, Coach. You're done.